if the Houston Rockets make it to the Western Conference Finals, we know.
Do you know which colorway you're getting?
I notice you're all wearing all red too. It's on camera, so you might as well just throw a Rockets emblem on.
And
that.
I'm wearing.
Yeah, Carl, add the Houston Rockets logo to his stuff in post.
And I'm wearing gray jeans too to boot. This is stupid. No, I made
Adidas discount code?
I made that bet. Please get me to the Adidas store. Adidas, send me some lifestyles, just in case. No, I made the bet before the season. Hindsight's 2020. If someone made the bet with me right now, would I make it? Probably not. But I still hold on to. I'm a man of my word. I believe that they're not going to make it, and there's still holes in this team, even though they are the number one team in the league and obviously have the MVP in James Harden. James Harden is my MVP this season, so I can say this with confidence. I need the refs to step up and count to 3 when he steps on the basketball court. If he picks up the ball and takes 3 steps, call travel. It's really not all that hard. I watched this man take 4 step back steps to get into a 3, and no one called it, and then he drilled it. And Reggie Miller said specifically, look at the footwork.
Yeah.
Do we want to go down the conspiracy theory road of it's kind of like the NFL where more offense is better? Or do you think it's just too hard?
This is an NBA mandate?
No, it's kind of like we'll just overlook it, and we're more worried about
it's overlooked
contact above the body, because that seems like why they're missing it is because they're always looking up and they're looking at.
So both of you
contact.
think it's actual travel?
Yes.
By the book.
Yes.
By the book, it is an unequivocal. If you can't count to 3, then you should not be able to ref. And the fact that we have people not just
the argument is when you start your count, right?
After you stop, this man
should be on the gather.
But go ahead. Because it's people's definition of gather is what's causing this issue.
Yeah.
So it's like if he's when he's doing his step back, and like before he pulls the ball to his 2 hands, he's already done his jump step.
Yeah.
And then he launches it to his shot. So people will say that's just the 2 steps and it's not a travel. So it's about what you consider the gather. So you consider the gather when the ball just comes up and he stops dribbling, right? So that's 3-4 steps sometimes in Harden's case. LeBron is like 7 or 8. What do you think? What is gather for you? Your definition?
Same. It's when he picks up the ball and is getting ready in the shooting motion. But so his one step is one step, but then he does. The thing is he does the toe tap.
Yeah.
So as a shooter, when you do square up, from what I remember back in the days, a lot of guys would take a little hop to just literally square up to the basket, and so that in a way is kind of like Harden's step back. So that's why I can see why they would not consider that 2 steps. Yeah.
But then he takes another.
I know.
And here's my problem with this, because it sounds like.
But they never call it. Yeah, there are definitely some where he travels, but they never call it.
They never call it,
but they don't call a lot of traveling though.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
And that's been an issue since LeBron.
But we're talking about the Harden step back.
Right.
This has become like a.
But no, here's my issue.
The logo of this movement.
We're not gonna make it a witch hunt on Harden, but because he has taken advantage of the fact that they don't call it, it's almost like he's daring to be called for travel because he takes such blatant step.
Why
back.
not? I mean, why not?
You're not gonna call it like he has now done.
Play to the line.
He's done step backs. He's done side steps, after gathers. Like, it's not hard to count 2-3.
He's a habitual line stepper.
It's not like he's Covington. It's not like that.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. So, was it Jacoby that was saying that? Sometimes it's like the look of the move. It's if it looks right, like, don't call it. But if it looks like an obvious foul or violation,
it's crazy because I mean, you see the breakaway dunks where literally guys grab the ball at the 3-point line and take 4 steps.
Clearly, you take
and they never call it, and it's clear to everybody,
right? And in those same instances, like, I'm not like such the stickler of the rule where it's like you have to get every call right. But when it's so blatant, like, why not? Why not have some integrity for the game? Now, in a sense of a breakaway dunk, there's no defender. It's kind of like
They call it traveling Lance.
You know, you're gonna get the ball.
He's not Russ.
But
right?
if I'm defending you, right, and we all have played basketball to a certain degree,
he's gaining advantage.
That's an advantage because basketball is such a rhythm game. If I know that you're gonna take 1, 2, boom, you're done. And I go to close out on you, and then you get to take 2 more step backs, and then I get called for a freaking foul on the 3-point shot because I've now come up in your airspace when it wasn't any airspace you were supposed to have in the first damn place. I'm pissed off as a defender. Why the hell are you calling a foul on me and then sending this dude to the free throw line for 3? I hate what's happening in the game because...
he also does the ones where he hooks people's arms too when he shoots.
I mean, him baiting people to foul, that's more
different.
That's different.
No, the ones where he drives to the hole and then
swings,
swings his arm and grabs and hooks guys' arms.
That's for the foul call,
and
man.
then he snaps his neck back.
That's like KD's rip through move before, just to get the call.
And for me, it's a rhythm
Harden
thing.
rules.
We already don't have hand checking like we had in the '90s, right? To boost up offense, like the conspiracy theory.
Hand checking was whack.
Hand checking was not whack. It was real defense.
No,
as someone that played basketball last Saturday and was getting hand checked, hand checking is whack.
It's whack. It means you can't play defense.
I was like, man, am I this washed? I can't dribble past these guys. And I was like, oh, I got all these scratches on my arm, so
I'm just gonna direct you to a certain
pretty
part
much
of the court. Like that's not. Anyway,
treated like an offensive lineman.
Listen,
I know I'm hitting on the Jordan era here with the hand checking.
Listen,
go ahead.
It's one thing to take away hand checking. Now they're taking away the ability to be able to time your moves because you now have get out of jail free card with 3 extra step back spaces. It's like you went to community chess and it said take 3 steps back, and I was expecting you to take 1 or 2.
So what do you think should happen with that?
I think that the whistle should blow. It's really.
So you
not
think
that
they
hard.
should start just enforcing?
I think
the rule. Black and white.
It's the same thing that happened with the carry. Like sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. With KD, he carries every time.
Yeah, he makes crossover.
His crossover is stupid carry, and it's like, dude, you're already 7 feet tall. What type of advantage do you need where you have to carry?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to single out KD in this instance because everyone carries, but
to demonstrate your point, yeah. No, I mean I get it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, that's always been one of my biggest frustrations, is just like the inconsistency with the refs. They kind of just pick and choose.
You guys think it makes a better product?
No.
Like, would you watch that and be like, okay, now this is what I want to see?
No.
I know. Well, I think things certain things drive behavior. If you are constantly, aware that you could get called for carrying or traveling, you may not do those things. Right. That's the whole reason why the rules are in place.
Right. Stop calling the flopping too.
But if you carry,
stop finding flopping.
Yeah. Remember they used to post who got fined for flopping?
I thought they were still doing it, but
they haven't done it in
that's like free money.
Yeah, I know.
Like they're flopping every game anyway.
Right. I mean, what's 5,000 to me when I'm making, But if I can't play my game the way I want to, right? I think the rules drive behavior. So enforcing those rules will drive behavior. If you notice in games where it gets really chippy and technical fouls get called a little bit quicker, like it has been in the OKC Utah series, people stop talking. These double technicals get thrown real easily. Okay, I'm going to chill out because I don't want the second one. The rules drive behavior, but you have to enforce the rules in order to drive that behavior. If I know that you're going to let me get away with 4 steps.
Spoken like a dad.
Damn right. Goddamn right. I got 2 boys and 1 on the way, and I enforce the rules.
Like a dad.
I enforce the rules. It just makes me mad because, again, this is a rhythm type game. The basketball is a free-flowing rhythm game. It's not baseball. It's not one play set up and do it over again like football. It's a free-flowing game. And if I am anticipating based off of all the film study that I've done and this, that, and the third, and James Harden likes to go to his left, and I see you go to your left and you go to your right, but you've gathered and picked up the damn ball and you take 4 steps to the right to get free, I'm looking at the ref like, why the hell is he shooting instead of me getting the ball out of bounds, side out of bounds, so we can get down the court? Like, that type of stuff to me is what's going to kill the game, because everyone's going to start doing it. And then what's the point in even having rules? Why don't we just play football and run the ball down the court? Why even run plays? Like, let's just play football and basketball at the same time. It's stupid.
So you buying the Harden lifestyles or not?
No, I'm not buying them.